Simon, thank you very much. I'm going to be very brief. I want to give you two examples as to what it is that we're talking about. I hope all of you have had a chance to see the publication mHealth and Development. This grew out of the partnership between the United Nations Foundation and Vodafone. We're pleased to have two key people for that. Claire Thwaites from Vodafone is someplace here. Claire is right over here, and Mitul Shah from the UN Foundation is back here. And Tom Wheeler, who chairs our overall global advisory group on this whole set of issues, is here. Many of you know Tom was the guru behind putting together the success of the cable television industry and then the mobile phone industry, and now we're going to leave him to take care of poverty in the world. So we recruited him to sites get bigger and bigger, wheels all the time. Anyway, you all are good to be here. Just a couple of examples. We've sort of talked theoretically about what we're doing or what we're trying to do. Let me give you two. One, for those of you engaged in the public health world, you know that public health is all about information. If you don't have information about what's happening, if you don't know what disease vectors are moving around the country, if you don't have that information on a timely basis, it doesn't do you any good to have a public health network because you can't exercise that public health network. Over the last 15 to 20 years, we've seen the gradual erosion of public health capabilities across Africa in particular, as the public health community has migrated to the richer world. South Africans go to the UK, and people from Malawi go to South Africa, and Malawi gets left with nothing whatsoever. And the core of public health is collecting this data. It used to be done by individuals going around with a piece of paper and a check sheet and looking at that. You'd have to train the individuals. They would surveil what was going on in their communities or their area of responsibility, check it off, fill it in. That piece of paper would go to a central collecting point. Collecting point would somehow take all of those pieces of paper, put them together in some kind of a trend, send them into the central public health authorities, and you'd probably get a pretty good picture of what was going on, but very awkwardly done. But if you don't have the people to collect the information, you know, you're stuck. Those people are slowly but surely disappearing. Happily, the mHealth technology, the cellular technology, the use of this new technology has allowed us to really short circuit in the public health area this collection of data. And people can be, with a minimum amount of training, can collect a lot more information, and it in turn can be collated a lot more rapidly and a lot more accurately. We exercised this first in 3 countries working with WHO. It was so successful that WHO has come back to us, asked us to expand this to 20 other countries in sub-Saharan Africa, and we've really got something here that is taking off in a major fashion. What does this then mean in a very particular way? I'll give you one example. About 6 years ago, we launched with WHO and UNICEF a program on measles, which was the largest child killer in Africa. This has collecting data about where measles was, now that once this got going, proved to be a perfect overlay for the new mHealth health surveillance capability. Those two going together, we've now I think in this last year, the data is that we've eliminated 90% of child health in Africa due to measles, and the program is now moving to India. Very particular example of the goal of mHealth, what can be done with the new technology, how does that relate to the public health, and what's a very particular example of results. A second item of interest is emergency communications. We set up, along with Communications Without Borders, a very interesting program whereby this technology can be taken in very rapidly in areas of significant armed conflict and crisis, and the technology immediately can be made available. That was done during the tsunami in part, has been in particularly, since it's been launched, successful in 3 occasions in West Africa in the last year, where communications were down entirely. Relief agencies did not know what to do or where to go, weren't communicating one with the other, and now there is built a network of communication. So those are two examples, very, very specific about what mHealth can mean and how mHealth related to development can be so extremely important. For all the people in CTIA, I had a long history of working with CTIA when I was in the Congress. I know what this technology can mean, what the technology can do, how many innovative people there are working in the field, and we would love to recruit as many of you as possible to this particular effort, which is a very broad one. We have a lot of partners in this. We've been given equipment. We've been given a lot of the back office organizational capability. We've been given the mapping capacity. A lot of this coming from people who've been very, very helpful in this overall partnership, and it has been effective beyond our wildest dreams. Everybody talks about partnerships. You know, the first one that we've had that really worked beyond what sounded very good if we said it fast enough. The first one that was very real was this Vodafone partnership, and it's been just terrific, and it's paid off in a major fashion for the health of literally millions and millions of people. So join us if you can. Come and find out some more about it. We'd be happy to talk with you more. And to Simon, thank you very much, and the New Democratic Network for giving us this opportunity tonight to share this great dream with you and share a very real return for a relatively modest investment. I think overall in the last 5 or 6 years we may have spent $30 million altogether to accomplish a huge amount. The leverage is just very, very significant, and the return is going to continue. We're going to grow this in a lot of different fashions. Tom Wheeler is going to help us with the whole international community to think about it. Vodafone obviously reaches very broadly. I had the privilege of having dinner the other night with the gentleman in India who allowed us how he has a modest 400 million customers so far, matched only by the guy the next night who said his target was 1 billion customers. He was from China. I thought, oh my God, imagine what this network means and what the possibilities are. It's booming everywhere, and we want to make sure that the responsibility and the public health comes along with that and is becomes a reality. So thanks to all of you. We look forward to working with you and look forward to being engaged and getting you engaged as well. So thanks ever so much. Simon, do you want to take this back, or we're all done? So everybody can go back in. I can assure you that the traffic has not gotten any better since last night, and there's still a lot of it out there, but have a good evening. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thank you.